My name is Tommy Springfield.
And I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
And this is Welcome to My City.
How you doing?
The city is Springfield. The state is Massachusetts. I like to think I'm the
King of Talk.
King of Talk.
That's a pretty big expectation, like for me,
It is.
right? It's like, you're the king of talk? Bless you. It's like, you're the king of talk? You better be a good talker.
You better bring it, man.
Yeah, bring it.
You better bring it.
Yeah, move over, Joe Rogan.
I also like to think I'm the king of my city and also the king of my state. If you like how I do things here, please hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. Today's story is about a mother, I think in Detroit, who left 3 kids abandoned for like 4 years. They've been on their own, taking care of themselves. And I would love to hear people's opinions because, you know, us black folks like to blame it on the white man and we blame it on Donald Trump. But when we look at the black community problems, they're always self-inflicted.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I found out about this on my way into work this afternoon, and there are no words. I mean, this is absolutely horrific. This is by far, I think, one of the worst stories we've ever covered here at Fox 2. And I want to warn everybody out there that the details are very disturbing.
If you think about the horrific ads you see on TV to spur donations for animals that have been abused or are living in terrible conditions, multiply that by 10.
A horrible story of abuse and abandonment. Investigators say 3 kids were living in a condo on Lydia Lane in Pontiac for years, alone in horrific conditions.
There was garbage, trash piled 3 and 4 feet high, covered with feces all through the house. It doesn't look like the toilet or the bathtub.
Do you see that? Do you see that, Black America? But y'all out here running around talking about Donald Trump and this. Go check on your peoples. Worry about your neighbor. Worry about your goddamn self. Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Worry about y'all. Worry about your community. And when we get our community together, guess what? Then we can start talking about government, stupid.
Had been usable or workable for quite some time, primarily because of the feces and trash. I don't think they had basic hygiene knowledge of what to do. They hadn't been given hygiene products for years, toothbrushes, etc.
A 15-year-old boy and 2 girls ages 12 and 13 in the house of horror since at least 2021, according to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Their mother or someone else would leave prepared food on the porch once a week.
They had basically been...
So once a week, this mother would drop food off on the porch or have someone else do it or a delivery service. Yeah, but we got all these people out here talking about Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. Okay, we've been using that blame the white man playbook for hundreds of years. My grandmother was born in 1912. They've been using that playbook. Yo, blame the white man. The white man did it since 1912. What are we going to do in 2025 to change the situation? We can't keep posting about it. Like these fake bishops and these government officials, they post about it, but what is the play? What plays you sending into the game to your players?
Locked in the house without any kind of guidance or basic hygiene or any kind of education for years.
The kids were discovered Friday.
And why is it this mother's picture all over this newscast? They should be showing her. They should be exposing her because I want the people that's hanging with her or the dude she's laying up with, I want them to be shamed too. I want her mama and daddy to be shamed too. Because clearly they raised a fuck-ass, tired-ass, funky-ass bitch. So everybody associated with this bitch, picture should be up here. Her picture should be up here non-stop.
The landlord called police and asked them to do a welfare check because he had not heard from the mother since December.
We went to the house to check on what was going on there and had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
Their 34-year-old mother arrested and being held at the Oakland County Jail. The children taken to an area hospital and are...
I mean, if there's ever a time where we don't need justice, man, take her out back and do something to her. You know what I want you to do to her. Take her out back, take it out the holster, and do it to her. You feel me? That's what she deserves. And anybody that thinks anything else, do it to them too.
Now in the care of a family member.
We showed up at the house. The young boy did have communication with the mom and said the police were there, and she said hide. When we took the
She told the kids to hide. Wow. Please go arrest her mama and daddy. And if them motherfuckers is dead, dig them up, arrest them, and then tell them to die again. Because they raised a piece of shit child.
kids out of the house, they had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long. They hadn't had any grooming. Incredibly disheveled and unkempt, hair very matted, filthy.
Authorities trying to figure out how this abuse went on for so long without anyone knowing about it.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions. People just kind of get in their car and go. Another of my neighbors, we were just talking today, and she said to me, she says, look at all this snow. I don't see anybody out helping each other, shovel each other's snow. So I think people are just kind of just doing their own thing now and just kind of going in their places and closing the doors.
Still just so incredibly hard to believe that these kids were in this condo for so many years, never seeing the sunlight, never trying to leave. They were apparently spending their time watching TV and playing games, not in school. We know that they had been enrolled in Pontiac schools years ago, but what happened? Why did they fall through the cracks? And
Exactly. Since 2021, they've been living on their own. How did the school not know these kids wasn't showing up, or was the mother lying and finessing the schools? How did this happen? Where is the grown person's parents? Like, lock her. If she was with a nigga, lock him up too. Because what type of piece of shit nigga he was, knowing she got 3 kids. That's how selfish people be. They'll let a chick, go leave, let your kids live in. You can come live with me. And she did it, man. Like, please, man, put her under the years. Give her 999 million years and let her every day, all the inmates in the prison just come into the cell and shit on her. Literally shit. That's what she deserves, man. And anybody that's okay with her, that's cool with her, that was hanging with her, and that was visiting her, y'all all deserve prison too.
I mean, it's mind-boggling.
It's just going to be interesting how us black folks twist it and say it's the white man's fault and it's Donald Trump's fault. That's going to be the interesting part.
The girls that we talked about, ages 12 and 13, the sheriff says they were sleeping on pizza boxes, old pizza boxes. A lot more to come on this story, but just absolutely heartbreaking. Reporting live, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, heartbreaking doesn't even begin to describe it. It's deplorable, it's despicable, it's disgusting. And I think it's really poignant what this woman said at the end of your piece, that people maybe aren't paying attention to the sheriff address. Anything in that realm, that folks need to maybe think a little more about what's happening next door and speak up if they see anything suspicious, so something like this doesn't have to go on for so long.
Yeah, I talked to another neighbor, and she'd only lived there since September, and she said she never heard anything, saw anything, smell anything. Those condos are so close together, but I think that, it makes us pause and just think how busy we all are in our own lives, but maybe we need to think if we never see anyone coming and going, and maybe if we see, people did see that food being dropped off at that porch, that maybe we need to start asking more questions and start figuring out what's going on if something doesn't seem right. But
I'm calling bullshit. The community knew. People knew. The dude she was laying up with knew. Her parents had to know. Her homegirls knew. It's a bunch of people that knew what was going on. But you see, I bet you those same people are on YouTube, on Instagram, complaining about Donald Trump, complaining about the white man, but they don't pay attention to their own shit. This is a great representation of the black community. We out here worried about everything else. We out here worried about the white man. We out here worried about Donald Trump. But we ain't worried about ourselves. We ain't taking accountabilities for ourselves. We ain't outing ourselves. If you want the outside world to respect our community, we gotta respect our community. If you like how I do it over here, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all, so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. And if you a supporter of the channel, much love and respect goes out to you. Salute. And if you one of them haters out here, cut the shit. That part.